Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1983 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Brewers today is Bill Travers, whose record is 4-13 with a 5.39 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Dave Rozema, whose record is 9-4 with a 3.69 ERA. And so yesterday we had one of our most satisfying victories of the year. We won by 15 runs, 16-1 over the Brewers. We had 6 extra base hits, including 2 home runs, one by Whitaker, one by Trammell. The Whitaker had his team leading 17th home run, I believe it was. So, a good victory. Our pitching was excellent. Brian Kelly went the deepest he's gone into any start. He went 8 innings, and we had to yank him out of there because it looked like he was starting to lose it a little bit, gave up a run. We brought in Roy Thomas to close it out. And so we move on to Game 2 of the 3-game series. Let's go ahead and get started with today's game. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe to the channel. Here is Dave Rozema. He is going for his 10th win this season. The current Brewers lineup is batting only .137 against him. That's amazing. All of the bullpen is available, including Dave Rucker, who is back from a 5-day injury. We just kept him in the bullpen since we had an extra spot anyway. Here is our lineup versus the left-hander Bill Travers. Whitaker is, he has 18 home runs. That's my bad. Whitaker was listed as tired, so we took him out. This is not a lefty versus lefty situation. I would have had him in there. Instead, Doug Baker, who's on a bit of a hot streak himself, will get the start today. Additionally, Eddie Miller is in center field. And Kevin Bass will get the day off. He does not hit lefties well for some reason. So, okay, let's go ahead and do the official lineup rundown for the Milwaukee Brewers. Batting leadoff, playing center field, is Mike Felder. Batting second and DHing is Nick Capra. Batting third at second base is Paul Molitor. Batting cleanup in right field is Alan Cockrell. Batting fifth and catching is Dave Sachs. Batting sixth at first base is Bob Skube. Batting seventh in left field is Doug Loman. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, is Ed Romero. And batting ninth at third base is Tim Nordbrook. As I mentioned, Dave Rozema on the mound. He's making his 23rd start of the season, 9-4 at 3.69 ERA, 60 Ks in 119 and 2/3 inning pitched. Opponents are batting .260 against him. He does have a complete game shutout. You kind of know the rest. Look, his overall rating is down to an 83. So I think as the season progresses, he tends to get weaker and weaker. We'll take a look here at his log. And he did get the victory against Toronto, at Toronto. We only asked him to go 5. He gave up 5 hits and 2 runs, striking out 1 batter, getting the victory in that start. So he is somebody we really can't depend on to go deep anymore into ball games. But at this point of the season, anything that he can give us to get us a chance to get the victory is in our favor. He is facing the worst offense in the American League. That's the Brew Crew. So that is the advantage to him. There's the Tigers defense today. Looking pretty solid everywhere. We've got Parrish back behind the plate today, and his arm is rated an 84. So, okay, here is Mike Felder leading off against Dave Rozema. And much like yesterday's game, Felder walks to lead it off. So, runner on first for Nick Capra. Capra at the DH spot. He's had a spot start at second base yesterday and had a terrible game. as Felder easily steals second base. 31 stolen bases now on the year for Felder. We'll pull the outfield in case Capra does get a base hit. Felder will likely score regardless, but we'll try to prevent it. There's a base hit in the center, and it's 1-0. So, yeah, this is going to be the makeup game for the 15-run differential from yesterday. It's unfortunate that Rosie is the going to be the pitcher of record here, as Paul Molitor steps in. We will not let him go more than an inning if this is going to get out of control. Yeah, I mean, Capra steals second, so you know he's going to score here on a hit. We'll put the play straight away for Molitor. There's a ground ball to second that'll get Capra over. We're going to pull the infield in. We will do our best to prevent any more runs from being scored against Rozema, but I think a sac fly here will probably drive in a run. Yeah. So, yeah, there was nothing we were going to be able to do about that anyway. Here's number 5 hitter Dave Sachs with 2 down, and he pops it up. So Rosie giving up 2 runs here in the top of the first. Tigers are already down. We take a look at the Tigers lineup rundown for today's ball game. Batting leadoff in center field is Eddie Miller. Batting second at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting third at third base is George Brett. Batting cleanup and DHing today is Mickey Hatcher. Batting fifth and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting sixth at first base is Greg Brock. Batting seventh in right field is Glenn Wilson. Batting eighth in left field is Kirk Gibson. And batting ninth at second base today is Doug Baker. Let's take a look at the lefty Bill Travers. Still pitching. He's under contract for a couple more years, and yet he was out of baseball by 1981. 81 was his last year, and he's made 35 starts beyond that season. So not a great record with that 5.39 ERA. 79 Ks in 152 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .260 against him. He does have 2 complete games. His fastball tops out at 87 miles an hour. His ground ball percentage is 51%. The only pitch that he has that's above average is a forkball, which is rated an 82. Overall, he is below average at 78. The 30-year-old lefty, as I mentioned, does not go to free agency until 86. Good luck getting re-signed. There is the Brew Crew defense today. A little bit better than Reddy at third with Tim Nordbrook over there. So that's a step up. And, of course, the catcher, Dave Sachs, for that 76 arm behind the plate. We will be going if we can get on base today, especially since we're down 2 runs. Of course, Eddie Miller strikes out. I hate to be the one to say it, but this game is over already. It's just a matter of how many runs are the Brewers going to score in this ball game. Here's George Brett. Yep. So 1-2-3 inning with a pitcher who's 4-13 with a ERA above 5. We go to the top of the second inning. We have Bob Skube leading off. 2 lefties back to back here. Starting with Bob Skube, a comebacker to Rosie. 1 out. Next up is Doug Loman. Jammed inside as Trammell fields the ground ball for out number 2. That's going to bring up Ed Romero, and Romero strikes out, so a cave there for Rozema. We go to the bottom of the second. We got Mickey Hatcher leading off. He hits lefties well, despite being in a terrible slump right now. Give him a chance to get back into a run-producing position. Pops out to shallow center field. There's 1 down. Tigers, we had 17 hits yesterday, and we can't even manage 1 here, as Parrish pops it up in the foul ground. And Greg Brock doesn't usually play versus lefties, but he's doing so well And he's superior defensively to Garbe. So I put him in there, give him a shot to get some at-bats. You never know. And there you go. Oh, it's going to be caught by the right fielder, Cockrell. I thought for sure Brock maybe had dumped it in there, but you go to the top of the third. Tigers don't have a hit yet. Here is Tim Nordbrook leading off. We haven't seen Nordbrook, I don't know if ever. I guess since we started the sim in 1980, he's been getting some bench at-bats. Today he gets a start at third. He cranks it to center. Pretty deep, but Miller should make the catch. He does, right on the warning track. So, nice shot there for Nordbrook. One down. We're back to Mike Felder. He walked the lead off the ball game, stole second, scored. Popping out to second. It just says popped up. Mike Felder popped up. You figure it out. And then Nick Capra hits a ground ball to Baker at second base, and that'll do it. So we go to the bottom of the third inning. Game is moving along. We've got Glenn Wilson leading off. He had 5 RBI in yesterday's ball game. Striking out, looking. Yeah, this is just a button-pushing game here. There's really nothing we can do as Gibby pops up. I mean, we're not even, I was just going to say, we're not even walking against Bill Travers. But Doug Baker, gosh, he always finds a way to get on base. I mean, we're going to send him. Travers is a lefty, so the percentage goes down a couple ticks since he's looking right at him. But why not? Fastball. Hey, Baker does steal second base. His 4th on the season. Look at that 449 on base percentage. Ken Miller, knock him in. He's in scoring position now. No, ground ball to first. I thought he ripped it right past him. Tigers are still hitless after 17 hits yesterday. As Paul Molitor leads off the top of the 4th, 1 out. Molitor having the day off, not having a great year. It's got to be tough to be on a team with a bunch of nobodies. Being the only Hall of Famer. Cockrell, the ground ball to short. And Dave Rozema. Rosie certainly pitching good enough to get the win through 4, but it's just not going to happen for him today. Trammell, fly ball to left. George Brett, next man up, striking out, of course. And Mickey Hatcher. There's the first hit for the Tigers. Maybe a double for Hatcher. It is. Nicely done. His 15th double of the season. He hasn't had a home run in over 20 ball games. And that's his 3rd double in 20. So, yeah, he has just not been producing. Oh, let's see. 184 batting average, at least in the last 20. So we do have a runner in scoring position for Lance Parrish, another player who's completely lost it. His average dips down below 250 as he grounds out to second. We go to the top of the 5th. A couple lefties due up, starting with Bob Skube. Skube hits a ground ball to short, 1 out. Next up is Doug Loman. Wow, he rips it to dead center field, and it's caught by Miller. Just for a moment, I thought that might have got by the glove of Miller. And then Romero grounds out to third. Okay, we're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Greg Brock leading off. Scorched it the first time up. Here he strikes out. 4 Ks for Sandy Koufax. Next man up, Glenn Wilson. He struck out the first time up. Here he gets a base hit. Second hit for the Tigers. Hey, we've got more hits than the Brewers. We're going to hit and run because Gibby is so terrible at hitting lefties. Maybe he can at least get Wilson over. He does one better. He gets a base hit to center. There we go, Gibby. First and third, one down. We're going to do it. We are going to sacrifice safety squeeze here with Doug Baker. Wilson, not a good lot of speed, but we're going to try to catch him off guard here. Ground ball to third. Come on, Wilson. Yes! We took the cheap way, but we got on the board. Gibby got over. And the tying run is in scoring position for Eddie Miller. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. A wild pitch will get Gibby to third, so we've got Bill Travers with a TB on the mound right now. Let's see if Miller can get him in. 1-2 count, and a fly ball to center. 389 feet to center field. That'll do it. We go to the top of the 6th inning. We'll take a look at the in-game stats. Not a lot to see here. Baker, who's walked and had sacrifice bunt, got an RBI. He might be the guy. Here is Tim Nordbrook leading off against Rosie. There's a base hit for Nordbrook. Leadoff man is on. We are going to pull third base in, just in case Felder tries to sacrifice him over. That was a comebacker to Rosie. Must have the hit and run on as Nordbrook takes second with one out. We will pull the outfield in with Nick Capra up. Brewers looking to get that run back. Hey, there's a strikeout from Rozema. Nicely done. I almost feel like we should intentionally walk Paul Molitor. He's not having a very good year, batting only .259 versus righties. If he does get a base hit, Nordbrook's going to score anyway with 2 down. So we're going to play straight away. That's, Rosie read my mind. Wasn't going to give him anything good, nothing but sinkers. So that will bring up Alan Cockrell. What you would consider to be an easier out. And a base hit up the middle. Oh, Nordbrook doesn't score. That is a base running blunder. That makes no sense at all. He should have been off at the crack of the bat. So we've got another shot here to get out of the inning. Dave Sachs, a .209 hitter versus righties. He's got a little bit of power. A ground ball to Brett. He's just got to step on the bag. Oh, no! That was always going to happen. There was no way. So Rosie does give up a couple more runs, but unearned. So the 2 earned runs that Rosie gave up in the first, that'll be all he's going to give up today. All these other runs that are about to score will be unearned, and that way the Brewers can get the runs that they're going to get, but it won't really affect Rozema. We're just going to pitch it out. There's nothing we're going to be able to do here anyway. As Skube lines it to left, Gibby makes the play. So the costly error from Brett allows 2 runs to score just as we were getting out of the jam there. I mean, it was never going to happen, but at least it legitimizes the victory here for Milwaukee. Trammell, though, I mean, we're down 3. And he gets a base hit to lead off. Only 69 pitches for Travers. Here's George Brett. We're going to let him take a cut. He deserves the opportunity to make up for his error. Not happening. There's Mickey Hatcher, and there's a double play. So we go to the top of the 7th inning. Rosie only at 80 pitches. We're going to keep him in there. He's not going to give up any more runs now for sure. As another ground ball to Brett. 1 out. Romero strikes out. Nordbrook rounds up to Brett. So, yeah, I mean, he's not giving up any more runs now. We're not scoring anymore, but they're not going to get any more. Here's Lance Parrish leading off. He's 0 for 2 today. Lance Parrish is unplayable. There's no scenario that we can use him. Maybe as a defensive replacement. He is a little bit better than Kennedy, but Brewers are 2 for 2 stealing against them today, so. Yep. So we go to the 8th inning. We're going to take out Rozema. He went 8, gave up 2 earned runs. That keeps his ERA at the exact same as it was coming in, I believe. Okay, so we're down 3 runs. They're not going to score anymore. We're going to bring in Tom Felder. He has become our mop-up guy. I know 3 runs is still technically a save opportunity for the Brewers, but we're not scoring, and neither are they. Felder rips it to right, though. Nice job there by Wilson making the catch. 1 down. Ground ball to Baker. And Molitor. Yeah. Only 3 hits for the Brewers, 4 for the Tigers. Gibby, 1 for 2 today. Oh, Gibby hits a line drive, home run. Gibby, the king of garbage time homers. That is his 13th on the year, and I would say probably 12 of them have been meaningless. Only 42 RBI. He's not even going to get close to what he had last year. But we'll take the garbage time home run. Got to work the stats in games like this. Baker finally is out. And Eddie Miller. Eddie Miller, useless. 2 down. Tram, next man up, and a ground ball. Yep. So we go to the 9th inning. We'll see where we stand when we get to the lefties here. We might bring in a lefty if needed, as Felder faces Cockrell. 1 out. Strikeout. Yeah. I mean, this game, it's the thing that I hate about this game, the thing that makes it not worth your time or money is how predictable it is. Like, there's no randomness to it at all. It's only fun when you don't know what's coming, and yet, I mean, Bill Travers, in a sense, pitching a complete game victory, I guess that's something, but like that's random, but he was always going to do that. At 4-13, he should not be winning in the bottom of the 9th inning. Hatcher safe on an error. They might give us another meaningless run here. We'll see what Parrish does. Parrish does have a home run. That's a line drive to right. And that'll leave it up to the left-hander, Greg Brock here. Yeah, that might drop in for a hit. Nope. Yeah, this game is a piece of shit, to be honest. Tigers lose 4-2. Let's take a look at the standings. New York wins. Tigers fall another game back. So does Boston. California and Seattle battling it out in the West. We had what team was that was on a 6-game winning streak? Oh, it was Baltimore. They just lost. Okay, let's take a look at the headline news. Nothing. And transactions. Nothing. Yeah, this game is nothing. We'll pull up the box score and get out of here. Total hot garbage game. Player of the game. Who could it be? I mean, nobody really deserves it, but I guess we'll give it to Gibby. His garbage time home run was his 2nd hit. Also, both hits were against a left-hander, so in a sense, he does deserve it. Rozema, yeah, he was never going to win that ball game. He does go 7, giving up only 2 earned runs. George Brett makes the error. That was costly. Tom Felder pitches 2 innings, gave up nothing. Of course, because the game was already over. All right, that's going to do it. We'll come back tomorrow and play Game 3 of the 3-game series. Since we're winning and losing every other game, tomorrow will probably be a victory. Until then, everyone, have a great night.